to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away. Try to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. a rock in a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah, that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait, no, it's living with no shame. Wait, no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well, I just wanna be happy. How to get there? Glad that you asked me. I think it's different for everyone. Some of us need work, others need fun. Some of us need purpose to overcome. But try to do what you love when it's said and done. Cause there's so many differences in each of us. Trust your gut, it can show you what you want. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days.
Let's get more on Joao Felix's potential transfer to Chelsea and speak to Spanish football journalist Pete Jensen. Good afternoon to you, Pete. Let's talk about it then. Hi there. It's important, I guess, that Felix leaves Atletico Madrid during this window. Would you agree with that?
It's important for him, and it's important for Atletico Madrid as well, because his value goes lower and lower with every passing week. It's not the relationship between him and Diego Simeone. The club have been very honest about that, and they need him to go somewhere, play really well, so that if nothing else, at the end of the season, if they do end up selling him, they'll get something close to the 127 million, which was a club record at the time, still a club record, fee that they spent for him. And he needs it as well, because he's just not playing and he's not enjoying his football. And I think one of the big advantages of this deal, from Chelsea's point of view, is that they're going to get a player who will be super motivated, because he needs to put his career back on track. He'll be delighted to get away from, as he sees it, the shackles of Simeone. Relations maybe not be great with some of the senior players at Atletico as well, because they know that he wants to leave, and it's not good to have someone around the place who wants to leave. He ducked out of a couple of recent cup games and then was fit again to play in the league, so that's not gone down particularly well. So he needs a fresh start. And I think Chelsea will be getting someone who's super motivated to play well for the rest of the season.
We'll get into that row with Simeone in just a minute, but there has been lots of clubs put off by this loan fee. Just explain it. What all this cost Chelsea?
Well, the version we're getting from Atletico Madrid, and we have to remember that the version you get from the English club and the version you get from the Spanish club is very often different. And you have to try and make sense of it and decide who you believe. But here they're talking about 11 million euros to take him for the second half of the season, and also paying half his wages. His wages aren't particularly high, actually, considering the money he cost in the transfer market. I think he's gross around 7 million euros. So that may be not a problem, but it is an eye-opener, the loan fee that's certainly being talked about here.
Look, Potter and co are going to have to, like you said, make him fall in love with the game, it sounds, again. They're struggling to score goals. So is Felix the right man for them, do you feel?
Yeah, I don't think they'll have to make him fall in love with the game again. I think we saw in the World Cup a little bit of what he can do, and he certainly played better for Portugal than he has played for Atletico Madrid. He's not a player that can play anywhere, and Simeone loves players who will change positions several times in games, and who will always give up, their own interests, if you like, for the better of the team. And he's not that sort of player. You have to play him in a specific role. He needs to be behind a front man. He needs to be playing off somebody, and preferably centrally. He's not. He can't really play wide, or if he is playing wide, then his finishing position will always be central. So if Chelsea can make that work, as I understand it, and I haven't seen a great deal of Chelsea this season, they don't really have a target man centre forward. So that remains a problem, because Joao Felix is certainly not that, and he's not an orthodox winger who'll hug the touchline. But if you get him in those areas off of a front man, and the rare occasions when Atletico Madrid have played Morata at centre forward and they played Joao Felix and Griezmann just behind him, and those three have linked up, he's been excellent. So if you get the best out of him, he's a really good player.
It'll be interesting to see how he fits in, perhaps with Havertz at the front. Look, let's talk about this problem then, in terms of Simeone. Why is the relationship broken down? He paid over £100 million to sign him, didn't he?
Well, the club did. I think Atletico wanted to change styles. Diego Simeone won the league playing a certain way. 4-4-2, very solid, based on defence, and also based on letting the other team take the initiative, make the mistakes, and you hit them on the counter-attack. And then once you've gone 1-0 up, you defend so well that you're going to win the game. And the club wanted that style to change, and they brought in Thomas Lemar, who was a record signing at the time for about 70 million euros, and then Joao Felix followed him. And Simeone hasn't really been able to change the style. It almost goes against what he really wants, and therefore Joao Felix is a victim of that. You put Joao Felix in a team that will sit deep, will defend, and will try and play on the counter-attack. He's too far from goal. He needs to be playing in a different sort of team, and it's no coincidence that Barcelona tried to sign him a couple of times, or at least tried to take him on loan a couple of times, and he would fit the traditional Barca style far more. He needs to be playing further forward, and he needs to be surrounded by the players on the pitch. I think it's a personality thing as well. Simeone loves soldier players. He loves players who do as they're told and will sacrifice themselves for the better of the team. And Joao Felix is not that sort of player, and he's never been that sort of player. He turns up as the record signing, and he wants a certain sort of treatment. He wants the team to be built around him. So there's a big clash there, and there's no way out of it, really. Atletico Madrid moving forward, you either go the Simeone way or you go the Joao Felix way. And for the moment, they've chosen to go the Simeone way.
It's interesting you say that, because there has been reports that Simeone could leave Atletico. Can you see that happening at all?
He's very entrenched. I mean, we're talking about someone who's been there. He just recently passed the 11th season anniversary, and which is almost unheard of in Spain. So he has a lot of power, and also there's a lot of respect for him. And it's always said that he'll go when he wants to go. There's one scenario where I can see it possibly happening, which is if Joao Felix does brilliantly at Chelsea between now and the end of the season, and Atletico Madrid then fail to make it in to the Champions League. Simeone won't look great if that happens, because it will be shown that he clearly didn't get the best out of Joao Felix, and Atletico will be out of Europe. That might change the scenario, but he's got a contract until 2024, so I can see him going beyond that, to be honest.
We kick off the show with developments from Chelsea and a twist in the future of Joao Felix. Dave, what's the latest on this one?
Moving closer today, Chelsea in advanced talks with Atletico Madrid over the signing of Joao Felix. Manchester United and Arsenal, as we've been talking about, had been interested in the player, but the numbers just became a little bit too big for them, and they're now looking at other targets. Joao Felix was part of the Atletico Madrid side that played against Barcelona over the weekend in La Liga, but he has got a difficult relationship with the manager Diego Simeone, and that has been the catalyst really for this move coming about. It's going to be a straight loan for 6 months. Remember, Atletico Madrid signed him for around £120 million in 2019. This is now his opportunity as Joao Felix closes in on that move to Chelsea.
So then, Olivia, is this the signing that Chelsea needed to make in this window?
Yeah, I think Chelsea are going to be linked to possibly a player in every position in this transfer window. And I think everyone will look at Chelsea and go, they need a number 9. However, I think they really do need a creative midfielder as well. Chelsea have really struggled to create any real chances. Now, Kevin Hatchard spoke on this show yesterday about how Joao Felix would fit into Arsenal, would fit into Manchester United as well. So I'm sure Chelsea fans out there will be hoping that he can fit in at Stamford Bridge as well if this deal does actually eventually happen. The one thing I would say is that he is very similar in stature to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is playing as a number 9, but for Bayer Leverkusen played as a number 10, almost out wide. Joao Felix is a number 10 as well, and Chelsea don't always play with a number 10. Under Graham Potter, we've seen a 4-3-3. We have seen a 4-2-3-1 as well. But where he fits in, we're going to have to wait and see if this move does happen. I think Chelsea have relied quite heavily on Mason Mount to be their creative player, and when that doesn't work, it's almost like, where do these goals come from? So
what are we doing here? You spent
300 million.
Yeah, nearly 300 million in the summer, and you used the word needs. Needs. I mean, come on, there shouldn't be any needs. But I statistically, completely backs up everything you were saying. Because look, Chelsea, we know, are 10 points off the Champions League places, but you look at the number of shots they've taken this season, they're 16th. in the Premier League, just in terms of shots taken. In terms of XG, I know it's not the most popular stat, but in terms of, not just the quality and the number of chances this season, they're ranked 50th. Nottingham Forest are higher, Leicester are higher. They're only just slightly better than Everton. That's not a Champions League chasing team. So they don't just need someone that's going to put the ball in the back of the net. They need someone that's going to create really good chances as well. Is that Joao Felix? Because Joao Felix, we look at him as a £100 million player. Well, what's he done over the last couple of seasons? He's never broken 10 goals in a season at Atletico. He's never had more than 10 goals, 10 assists. He's never had more than, 5 assists in a season at Atletico Madrid. And we're talking about a £100 million player. He's had more yellow cards than assists during his career for club and country. Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's, so in terms of, look, it's a really interesting thing with Joao Felix, isn't it? Because we all know he's a talented player, but we judge him as a £100 million player, and he's coming in with a price tag for a loan fee that suggests that still is market value. Chelsea are going to have to do a lot of work to get that out of him in a short space of time.
Say 6 months is obviously not a long time, and there's no option or obligation to buy at the end of it. So I suppose it is a risk in a way, because it is a player we've seen, especially at Chelsea, players that have come from other leagues and just haven't necessarily adapted to the pace and the physicality of the Premier League. So it is a risk. But again, I would say 3 goals in their last 7 matches. 2 of those are when Reece James was on the pitch. He's one of Chelsea's most creative players.
Right, well, we're asking you on Twitter this morning, will Joao Felix be a good signing for Chelsea? Get involved on the Sky Sports News Twitter feed. Over 11,000 people have already voted. I've not given my vote. Have you guys all given yours in that? We'll be doing that, all right. But Dave, there are some positives to this move, though, when it comes to Joao Felix.
I mean, we talked about goal scoring, we talked about creating. I actually think he can do a little bit of both. And as for fitting in, Graham Potter is a head coach that likes adaptability in his players. He can play, Joao Felix can play up front, he can play as a kind of shadow striker, number 10, he can play out wide as well. He started 7 games this season. I know there's been a number of substitute appearances, but has registered 7 goal contributions in La Liga. He ranks 3rd at Atletico Madrid for expected assists per 90. He's 23 years old, still got his best years ahead of him, and he's got a point to prove. I mean, he played against Barcelona, yes. I mean, his body language was all over the shop, but that's because he doesn't want to be there. Yeah. He will want to be at Stamford Bridge. This is his chance to show the world that he is a £100 million player. And you saw him in the World Cup. I was actually quite impressed with Joao Felix in the World Cup. He really wanted the ball. I mean, it was a stark contrast in body language at the World Cup than it was in that game against Barcelona. And he's missed a lot of games as well over the last couple of years because of injury. Now he's back fit. There seems to be question marks over his physicality, maybe. But actually at the World Cup, I thought he looked really robust. I thought he was able to bounce off players, run through players, and he was actually looking quite impressive. So this is his chance. This is his time. So it's a big pressure on him, but he wants to be at Chelsea.
We've talked so much about the players and the money that's been spent by Chelsea. Let's focus, though, on maybe some injuries they've had. Olivia, how much do you think the possible incoming of Joao Felix is down to those injuries?
Yeah, I don't like blaming injuries for where Chelsea are in the Premier League table, but I do actually think when you see how many first-team players Chelsea have out injured, it would affect any team. I think it would even affect Manchester City, even though their squad is so brilliant. When you look at those players that are out injured, a lot of them would be first-team starters. We all know the impact of Reece James, and even when him and Ben Chilwell aren't playing down the right and left, there's no balls coming into the box, and that's something that Chelsea have relied on over the years, is Reece James whipping the ball in. But also more recently, in Raheem Sterling and Christian Pulisic, 2 players who have started and Graham Potter's quite liked. Both went off injured recently. We don't yet know the extent of those injuries, but that's now 2 less players in those attacking positions that Chelsea have. And the top 4, I would say, is still an aim, even though it's probably unlikely. But there is still a lot of football still to play between now and the end of the season, although there's a lot of teams fighting for those positions. But it's not out of the realm yet, I don't think, for Chelsea to get top 4, although very probably unlikely. But those injuries would affect anyone. I think especially those injuries to Christian Pulisic and Raheem Sterling are probably the reason why Chelsea have come in for Joao Felix.
Dave, just before we move on, just on those injuries, I mean, looking at that very long list, you're not going to feel sorry for Chelsea, but, it doesn't look good, does it?
It doesn't, and I think it probably ramps up the pressure a little bit on Todd Boehly. This is probably the most pressure he's been under since he took over Chelsea. He's been sporting director. I mean, Thomas Tuchel talked about him helping to run the club over the summer, given the lack of experience in football that Todd Boehly had. Now they're starting to bring in the recruitment team of Christopher Vivell. Paul Winstanley is there as well. Carl McCauley's part of that recruitment team. There's more to come as well. So those guys are getting their feet under the table. Have those players that Chelsea have signed already been identified by them? Or are they going to be planning for future transfer windows? So, I mean, that injury list was shocking, wasn't it? Absolutely shocking.
Is it a coincidence? You just don't know. How can you have that many first-team players out injured at the same time? And obviously, Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Wesley Fofana now, they all sort of come back, play for a little bit, then get injured again. And they're so important for players. Chelsea are an entirely different team with those players on that list in their first team.
Still had up front in the last game though, when they were poor at the weekend, they still had Ziyech, who was excellent at the World Cup, still Havertz, who is, we all know is a talented player. Then Mason Mount playing further forward, who's not a bad player. They had two exciting youngsters in Chukwuemeka and Hutchinson on the bench. But no, exactly. A lot of Premier League managers go, I'd love to have that. I'd love to have that problem. Give me that front line. So, yeah, I mean, yes, OK, fine, they can go and add someone for 6 months, but they've got a massive squad already, full of forward options, plus they're bringing in the youngsters that hopefully in a year or two's time, this squad's going to just get absolutely massive if they don't figure out what their strategy is long-term, which was the whole point of hiring Graham Potter, which is the whole point of bringing in the backroom time that Dave was talking about.
I think also outgoings are important for Chelsea as well. I think there are still certain players in that squad that Chelsea probably want to let go at a certain time, whether that be in this window, whether that be in the summer. But again, I look at Arsenal and think the way that they handled, when they got rid of all the players they needed to get rid of and just got in the squad that Mikel Arteta wanted to work with. I think that's what the plan is with Todd Boehly and Graham Potter. It's going to take time, though.
Welcome back to Transfer Talk. It's that time of the week where we welcome Italian football experts Mina Rzouki and Nicky Bandini to the show. Great to have you with us once again. Let's start with Inter Milan and let's start with Romelu Lukaku, heavily criticised after his performance on Saturday. And Mina, there's talk now as to whether or not Inter should keep him or send him back at the end of this season.
Yes, I think they've been a little bit worried about his performances. Just to start this off, it's important to note that he has been injured for quite a while. And I think that's actually what's worrying them quite a bit. I mean, his conditioning is not at its best. Obviously, he has been suffering with injuries. It looks like he's going to be out again for some time. And they're questioning whether or not he's ever going to be in that form to show his best, considering how expensive he was to bring on loan back to Inter. Now, he had a terrible performance over the weekend, like you mentioned, against Monza. Heavily criticised because it was his touch. He wasn't ever part of the game. He continuously lost possession. And he's never really been a great substitute. He was always a player that does a lot better when he starts matches as opposed to one that you can bring off the bench to make a difference. And obviously this was huge because Inter want to be in the title race. And winning against Napoli was such a huge game and such a big win for them that to then draw to Monza, a newly promoted side, was awful, especially when you consider that you had Lukaku on the pitch. And it's been really Xhaka who's performed for them, and of course Lautaro Martinez as well. And I think there are question marks as to, is this guy worth it? Is his physique ever going to go back to doing what we need him to be doing for Inter? And I think there are question marks being asked because he doesn't have Antonio Pintus as his fitness coach anymore.
I think this is sort of need to acknowledge that even just like last week, because of the interview with Sky, we were talking about how enthusiastic he is about Inter, how much he sort of loves being there. And I was saying I think it will end up being a good sort of thing for everyone because Inter are happy to have him and Chelsea don't want to have him. This is a big sort of question in the next few weeks and months, is whether or not actually he is going to look like something that Inter want to invest in. And I think what's really difficult actually is with this injury. Lukaku, we all know this, he's not got the tightest touch. He's not the player you look to for finesse. He is someone who, in that season when he dominated Inter, it was about his physicality and his ability to sort of use his explosiveness to bully defenders. And he really did that season with Lautaro. He was a really commanding player. But if he's never going to be fully fit this season, if he's never going to be running at defenders the way he wants to, if he's never going to be able to use that side of his game, if we're just seeing someone who's slow and ponderous and hasn't got the tightest touch, it becomes a lot harder to see how he becomes a permanent figure again there. You mentioned if they want to invest more into him at the end of this season, because they've already invested 20 million, including loan fees and salary. And I mean, that is a lot of money so far. I mean, they've got a huge decision whether they want to extend that, because considering how much he cost Chelsea, it's going to be worth a pretty big sum.
Well, this is the question marks, because at the end of the day, they are a team where even in their Christmas party, they joke that, leave a fiver on the table for our transfer market. I mean, they're very much, this was from the president who's got a great sense of humor, but there is this joke where obviously they don't have all this money to fund all the players that they want to have. And there is this desire, because it's not Antonio Conte's tactics, which Lukaku is famous and brilliant for at the time. He is being asked to do different things, which I think he's capable of, but he is someone who needs to be at maximum great, the very optimal condition to really perform. He's not someone that can rely on, like Nikki said, on his touch or anything like that. Is he worth the money? You have to consider his age now as well. Can they invest in someone younger? I mean, you look at Kvaratskhelia at Napoli, how much money was invested in that? And he's just been the player to watch this season. So question marks will have to run through their heads because they don't have the money to invest easily.
But this is sort of, I think, a big dynamic that perhaps fans in England don't see as much, is that the Premier League is still awash with money, but most European leagues aren't, and certainly the big Italian clubs aren't. And you talk about the Inter presidency when Zhang, essentially this was a gigantic family business in China, and they invested in Inter at a time where they had all the money in the world. And then COVID hit, and it doesn't just affect football, it affects everything. And there was, in fact, a sort of government position in China that there was to be no more foreign investment. And everything has been pulled back, everything has been tightened. So Inter really can only invest as far as they can bring money in. So making that decision to bring back Lukaku involves making sacrifices somewhere else. And interestingly, I think this sort of period now is throwing up the question of, is that the right way to spend what money we will have, or do we get that money back, because they've already, of course, made money selling him to Chelsea, and think about where else we could put it.
So are Inter looking at alternatives then? And Marcus Thuram seems to be available. He might offer value.
Oh, hey. Hello, my friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. What time it is in your location, my friend? Nice to have you here. I'm back. I hope you can hear me, because I couldn't hear myself and I couldn't see myself. I had to actually get some third-party software to make it work. So hopefully it's gonna help me finish this show without issues. So feel free to join us. Let me double check if I can even get people here. Okay. Give me some feedbacks, please, because I was having some technical issues here. You can't see it, only me can see what's happening. What is happening. But hopefully everything is working good and you can hear me. That's the most important. Apply. Okay. All right, my people. Yep. Technical issues. But I think we should be fine. We should be really fine by now. It took me more than 10-15 minutes to do it, but it's worth it, right? So feel free to join us here and have a conversation. Bam, 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 bam. All right, interesting stuff I'm seeing here. How everybody's doing? Get into the conversation, man. Get into the chat. Yeah, looks like everything is working. All right, hopefully we can get this job done. We can get it done. So for people who don't know, we have a new channel. This is a new one. Soccer IQ. And we're gonna be doing streams, all live streams here. We're gonna start going back and forth with the old channel, but in the long run, long run, we're gonna have to switch completely to this channel. Trying to fix something here, but I don't know, man. Technology is giving me headache. So let me go and read some comment here. Mr. Dels Bees was early on. Thank you for stopping by. Why is no one talking about right back? Compliment of the season. My O's. Okay. I don't think they are not talking about it. They are just talking about it, but probably we don't know because they are not like big names. They are not Joao Felix. They are not Josko Vardiol. They are not people in that caliber, you know. They are not Enzo Fernandez. So it doesn't mean that we don't care. You know, Matt Lowe been reporting about we're gonna get another right back or right wing back. Probably another winger. So we're still on it. We're still on the market. It's only like 10 days into the transfer window, and we still have a few more days, at least 10 more days or 9. Let's see. No, not 10. Oh, what I'm talking about? Probably more than that, you know. 20 more days or 19 more days to go. So we are going one by one. One step at a time. Chelsea are getting the business done. So I don't think we should be worried about the right back because we're going to sign somebody. It's coming. Mr. Sock said that, what's your front three for next season and who you will keep, loan or sell? Lukaku, Oba, Broja, Fofana, Kunku. Listen, it's a difficult one because we don't even know who's going to be there and who's not. Aubameyang, if we can't find anybody to take him. And then you stick with him for one more season, 2 more seasons. Because he signed, I don't know, how many seasons? 3 years contract or 5 years? How many years did we give him? So it doesn't depend only on Chelsea Football Club. It depends also on the players' side. If you can't find a club and they're not going to offer you crazy amount of money that Chelsea are paying you, and then you're going to stay. And who knows? So, and you're talking about Zakarian here. Nkunku not confirmed yet. Felix, we don't even know if we're going to sign him permanently. So asking about next season front three is a little too early because Felix might go back to Atleti if they gonna ask so much money for Chelsea to keep him, and then we find a better player on the market. We might say no, go back there. So it's difficult even to say now about who's gonna be there. Lukaku, apparently Inter don't want him anymore. So he might be coming back next summer, okay? 1 season loan. It's just been terrible. He's been injured the majority of the time. The few games that he's been on the pitch have been awful. So you don't blame Inter for not keeping him. Okay? You bought him for 100 million. Take your 100 million problems. Go. So you don't know who's going to be there and who's not. So I'm not going to even attempt to put anybody here. What is good is if we can have 2 quality players in each position, I'm fine with that, you know. Yo, Mr. Kanyile. No, yo, what's up? Thuram would be a good deal. Yeah, I like the guy. I think he's going to be a good deal, cheap, low profile. You don't have to lose anything. If it doesn't work out, you can sell him without any problem. Yeah, if we manage to get Thuram, I think we are in good hands or good fit. All right. Okay, people. So I came here just because Romano already announced that here we go for Mr. Joao Felix. And I was like, yeah, let me go and give people the opportunity to talk. So I'm here for you. Feel free to come here and talk because the show is for you. By now, I think the guy is flying to London, or he already landed in London or something. I think somebody's gonna take his picture somewhere in the airport and publish on social media, if it's not done yet. But everything agreed, medical, everything. We don't even know if he can play tomorrow. No, Thursday. We have a game on Thursday against Fulham. Depend if he got one training session or a couple of training sessions. Who knows? So people, feel free to join us. Let me send the link again so you can see. You can see where to call. You can just click and call us. So yeah, I'm gonna pin it there again to remind you. You can call at any time and get also in the poll and vote for your next signing for Chelsea. Who would you like Chelsea to sign after Mr. Felix deal? So here the link is there. You can call anytime. Felix, we were number 11. Yeah, why not? Didier Drogba's number, but we want people who can also represent the number nicely. That is an iconic number made by Didier Drogba. So you have to be ready to carry the weight of the shirt, because we've seen Koulibaly so far hasn't really, showed us why he's wearing 26. And remember, he made that famous call to John Terry before he took number 26. He asked him permission. So I think now John Terry is like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure it was a good idea to give him permission to use my shirt. So yeah, you got number 11. Good, but you have to live up to the number, because the number doesn't play football. Okay, the guy play football. Messi changed the number to number 30, still the GOAT, still performing. So numbers is just a non-debate for me. Some Penaldo fans can give you a headache sometimes, Okay. All right. Some Penaldos. So people, feel free to call us for free. The number is there for everybody to call. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. This is a new channel, less than 200 subs. If you can help us get to 200 subs only, that's what I'm asking from you, my people. Don't be shy. Subscribe to the channel and let's grow the community. We're gonna have a lot of fun here. A lot of fans. Get ready. Get ready. All right, let's see what is happening. Okay. So Joao Felix, people are so excited. Yeah, this is a great deal for George Mendes. A lot of money, win-win for the agent and Atleti. Now for Chelsea, is a different story because you have to prove us why we're paying that kind of money for 5 months. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's going to be, everybody is going to expect him to hit the ground running and not wait, because what are you going to wait? You only have 5 months to prove us why we paid the money. So he's coming under a lot of pressure already from people. And every bad game is going to be interpreted as, waste of money and flop. And you know how it goes. But it's the Premier League. The Premier League is a different animal. So don't be too harsh on the guy, you know. Do not be too harsh on him. Let me go here and check. It's many years already since we have a player who can score 20 goals per season. Hazard, Costa. Do you know what is the problem on our forward for a long time? First of all, Hazard, I don't think he ever scored like 20 goals in the Premier League. I think he reached that number one season in all competitions, not in the Premier League. But I know Costa did it, you know. Golden boot and all that, fighting. Very good question. Tells you how far we just are behind other teams. Harry Kane will have 20 goals just like easy if he doesn't get injured. Erling Haaland got already 22 goals in the Premier League only, so scored more goals than the entire Chelsea team, one person. That tells you that we need a killer over there. And probably that is the reason we've been jumping all over the place, trying to find solutions. But sometimes the solution is in the team already. You have just to fix the issues with the system, with positioning, with something, you know, or find a midfielder who can at least be fast and put a tackle, show some energy and determination, instead of backward, sideways factory. So there are many factors, my brother. We don't get enough service in the box. We don't have any creator from that midfield. So it's just like cross and hop. How can you accept that only Reece James is the most creator player in the Chelsea team, and Ben Chilwell, and all of them are fullbacks? How that is even possible? 2 fullbacks who provide pretty much everything to the team. When they are injured, we are dead. None of those players on the pitch are going to create anything. But of course, it's Mason Mount's fault. But who is creating from the midfield? Nobody. Who is breaking lines? Nobody. Who is trying even who is even attempting to push a through ball? Nobody. Thiago Silva or Kepa, or only our defenders try to create something for us. So there are many factors here. Costa had Fabregas, all right? He had also N'Golo Kante that was shielding and also providing and assisting and shooting from distance. Kante is the most complete midfielder that we have. But who's going to take credit? Jorginho Frello, because he's the engine of the club. So, yeah, like I said, you have to create. If you don't create, you don't provide. If there is no connection between the attack and the defense. So if your middle, your belly is empty, and then you're gonna die. That's what is happening at Chelsea. So I still believe that with creative midfielders, we can provide a lot of assist to our attackers. They're gonna miss just like anybody else, but you keep fighting, you keep providing, you keep creating. They're gonna score. Raheem Sterling was scoring a lot of goals at Manchester City because every time he's gonna miss 10, they're gonna create 20 more, you know. So so the problem is not only about our finishers, but who provides those finishers is a real question that we have to ask ourselves. Okay, my people, thank you so much for stopping by. We are so many of us. Let's get to 30 likes. Okay, that is the first goal, to get 30 likes. And today we are pushing to have 200 subs in this channel. It doesn't take much, my friend. Just double check if you haven't subscribed yet. Bam, you hit that button, it's over, done. So let's grow the community. And listen, I'll be here if you give me energy. You ask questions. When people are not talking anymore, it's just telling me that they are tired and you have to go. So depend on the energy I'm getting from you. I'll be here for a little while, or just the show is gonna be very short. So thank you everybody for your questions, because this is keeping the show going, you know. When is Kante and James coming back? James is very, very soon. It was like for only 1 month. So let's say the beginning of February, we have James back, and Kante the end of February. But even if we get them, I'm not gonna really count on them. We need people who can fight and help us, because when somebody is coming from an injury, you don't expect immediately that he's gonna score goals, he's gonna help you, because they still have some psychological issues, especially James. When he got injured often, now he's gonna think twice before even putting a tackle. Am I going to get injured again? You see, so all that is gonna play inside their mind. That's why we need to reinforce that midfield and also the right side of the pitch. Thank you everybody for stopping by. You guys are absolutely legend. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below, and all the good stuff. Only one click, my friends. All right, let me read some of your comment here before we continue. Mr. Kanyile said that very disappointed in our medical team. Yeah, medical team, but we have 2 medical teams now. Boyle pretty much got rid of everybody. We have new people now, but we still have a lot of injuries. So something else, probably the diet, probably the players' diet, or probably the juju guy sending some curse. Pogba's Marabu doing his thing behind closed doors. Who knows? Why always us? You know, this is the worst injury year that we never had in the history of Chelsea. Yeah, you can miss 5, okay, maximum. It's acceptable so far, because you can still have some quality on the bench. But when you have 11, 10 players, all of them from the first team injured, there is a problem. There is a huge problem that you have to get into the bottom of it. What is going on? Do we need new doctors? Do we need Emma? What's his name again? Canero, okay? Eva, that is her first name, right? Eva back or something? I don't know. So we're gonna have to get to the bottom of it and see what is happening. Okay, let me continue some questions here from you. Feel free to call us. The link is pinned on top of the chat. Get me Mr. Rice. Okay. Send Porter on loan. Now send him on loan. Okay. To where? Who's gonna take him on loan? Tottenham or something? Send Porter on loan. Good. And when he's ready to work for Chelsea, for a team like Chelsea, you can come back. That's what you mean, right? Yeah, you heard here first. We have to find a transfer for Mr. Porter. Okay, greetings to you, man. I saw your comment earlier. Thank you so much, Mr. Dels Bees. Thank you for stopping by. We have Almiron, Joelinton, Marcus Rashford. Revive them. Okay. So if I hear correctly what you're trying to say here is that people managers, certain manager can revive players' careers, right? Yeah, I agree with you. Joelinton today is in another level because the manager, Eddie Howe, knows how to use him. He completely changed his positions though, because he was as a number 9 target man, and Eddie Howe came and changed him position, put him in the midfield, and now without any kind of pressure to score goals or do this and that, man, he's doing very good. I'll be surprised, like very surprised, if in the next Brazil national team, if, you know, let's say Copa America, whatever it is, I'll be surprised if Joelinton is not part of the team Brazil, because he's that good. He's that good. Sorry, man. It's cold here, and everybody got some kind of flu and and all that. It's winter time, man. It's cold, and that's what you're gonna get. No one is talking about the new right back. I think I answered to that question, but you were not there, so I'm gonna repeat. Nobody is ignoring that position. Matt Lowe been reporting that we are working on it. So just be calm, because Thomas Tuchel actually refused to sign one. He gave a new contract to Cesar Azpilicueta, and I think Dave, it was a perfect time for him to go. Look at him. He doesn't have legs. He doesn't have anything. So it's going to take time. We still have like 19-20 days to go until the end of the window. So be calm, man. Calmer. Because Chelsea is still cooking. We're still on the market. That is the position that we have to. That is an obligation to have somebody there to help Rich James or compete with him. Compete with Mr. James. Oh wow, people. So I've been here for almost an hour. Thank you so much for your comment, because you keep me alive. You keep this show going. The more you like, the more you comment, the more I am powerful, and I want to continue. Anyways, my people. Some more. Do you think Mbappe will become the next GOAT? Wow. Well, depending on your definition of GOAT. GOAT just means the greatest of all time, right? That is English. It started here with, the sport here in America. So everybody is using the GOAT. Some people think it's just the GOAT of, the animals thing, but this is just mean the greatest of all time. To become the greatest of all time, you have to beat people like Pele, Maradona, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, and all that. But he's gonna become a very good player in his level. And who knows, 5 years from now, we're not going to hear anything from Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi. And it's going to be a new generation of the so-called GOAT. But you have to do it, though. You have to do it for many years, the way Ronaldo and Messi did. Apologies, my friend, because it's too cold, so everybody's congested here. People are sick because of the cold. Mr. Mamabast 05, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How are you doing, Oggs?
Good, my friend. Let me greet another brother here, Mr.
Big up to Hindi.
Mr. Oh, man. You have a lot of echoes. I have to take you off, Mr. Hodul. Sorry, I have a hard time to pronounce your name. I don't want to disrespect you, but you know who you are. You can come back anytime when you fix your microphone. Let's go, Mr. 05.
My bust.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Let's go. What you have to say, bro?
First of all, Chelsea need to rebuild the whole team.
Okay, that's good.
We need midfielders, a backup right back to Reece James.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we need a defensive midfielder.
How about Zakaria?
Zakaria is not a defensive midfielder. He's a box-to-box midfielder, but I'll still take him.
Yeah, he can still play everywhere, huh? Like, he can still help more than
Jorginho,
than
man.
Jorginho,
This guy needs to go. Jorginho.
The next thing you know is Jorginho is given 5 more years at
No,
Chelsea.
I don't want to happen. No, he needs to go. Go back to Serie A.
Yeah. I heard Napoli wanna take him back, but he's gonna be a free
He's
agent.
gonna be a fucking bench warmer at Napoli.
Yeah, right now people are. Yeah, his style of football don't fit really many teams at the
The
moment.
Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know Manuel Ugarte from Sporting Lisbon?
yeah, Mr. Porro.
Yeah.
He looks good
Manuel
on YouTube.
Ugarte. He's a Uruguayan midfielder.
Okay.
I will take him at Chelsea. He will be a perfect midfielder for us.
So how many midfielder do we really gonna have the end of the day if we sign everybody that been suggested? We might end up by 11 midfielders or something.
11? The fuck?
I'm just
This is Chelsea. This is Chelsea. We're not Nottingham Forest, where we buy 20 players.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody is suggesting somebody. We have to go for Enzo. We have to go for Declan Rice. And then we have to go for Caicedo. And then we have Casadei already in the team. You have, who else? The Andrew Santos.
Andre Santos, yeah.
Is a midfielder. So we have a lot of them.
Your Ogs.
Yes. Go.
Do you think Andre Santos is ready to play for Chelsea?
You never know until you try.
Your Ogs.
Yes, sir.
One more thing. What shirt number will Joao Felix wear? What shirt number?
I heard 11. People are suggesting.
Yeah, I think he will take the 11, which was previously worn by.
Did it previously? It's
Timo
Werner. Yeah.
Yeah, the open goal miss guy.
Yeah. So are you bringing another conspiracy theory here about the curse?
Because the shirt number hasn't been worn since Werner left, and I don't know.
But listen, the people who wore those the shirts before were good. Pedro Rodriguez, right?
Yes.
It was
and Oscar.
Yeah, Didier Drogba, Oscar, and when Didier Drogba came back for the second time, Oscar gave him back his number, and he took number 8.
Yeah, and then Drogba took the 11. Yeah.
Yeah, and then now we have
Drogba came in as a squad player during the 14-15 season. Yeah, as a backup to Costa, basically.
Yeah. So this time around, I don't know. So you don't want him to take number 11, right?
Yeah, I want him to take 11. I think this is a suitable number for him.
Okay. Yeah.
What else do I want to say? What was it again? I can't fucking remember.
Aubameyang or something? What's
no. Give me like 5 minutes for me to remember. How do you say?
No, take your time. You can even talk about something else, and it's gonna just come.
I'm happy that we bought a Portuguese player, a Portuguese international. I'm excited.
Felix, Joao Felix.
Yes, Portuguese international. We finally got a Portuguese player in our team. Finally.
Yeah, it's been a while though.
The last time we bought.
Go.
Listen, the last time we bought a Portuguese player, Portuguese international, it was Eduardo Carvalho, the goalkeeper, back in 2016.
Are you sure? How about 2016?
Yeah, it was 2016. We bought him as a third choice keeper to fucking, what's his name? Begovic and Courtois.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
that
makes sense. But we used to have people.
Eduardo was. Eduardo was 33 by the time we signed him, right before his 34th birthday. 1 month before his 34th birthday. Eduardo's now 40.
Yeah, that's.
And he retired.
That's.
He barely played for us anyway.
What happened to us? Like everybody's going to Portugal, get some ballers, and we're not going there. I don't know why. Look at Manchester United.
Our scouting network is fucking shitty, man.
And Manchester City, they just going and get Ruben Diaz. They got Bernardo. Is the Bernardo Silva from there? Yeah,
Bernardo was signed for Monaco.
Well, I'm talking about the nationality here.
Okay.
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes from Manchester United, and it's too much to remember now. But I know what it means. So. Listen, I'm still skeptical because that's what I became in the last few years. I'm like, you have to prove me on the pitch because...
Mr. Og.
Yes, sir. Go.
Chelsea should terminate Tiemoué Bakayoko's contract.
But he's not here. He's at Milan, so let's forget.
I know, on loan,
Let's just terminate the contract of what we got now in the team. Aubameyang, terminate. Raheem Sterling, gone. Let's go. Jorginho, gone. Aspilicueta, gone. Let's start terminating some of the one that we have now. If you're not doing anything, we terminate. And forget about Bakayoko because it's still 6 months of his contract.
Forget about Lukaku.
Lukaku can be...
Lukaku.
You can terminate also the contract of Lukaku because...
no, it's Lukaku.
People are saying that he might be back because Inter don't want him anymore. He just been costing them a lot of money, and they want to send him back because they can't afford somebody who is injured all the time. And when he's on the pitch, he's not good. So we might be stuck with another 100 million guy, and we have probably to make a deal. Hey, bro, take this kind of money. Go on free, find another team. Yes, sir. Go on.
It's Lukaku.
Okay, so Lukaku. Let's go.
Yeah. He's always fucking injured all the time.
Yeah, it's Inter, and it doesn't look good for him to stay there. And they pay.
He has more injuries than goals this season.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, though. That's true.
That's why Dzeko starts ahead of him.
Mr. Kanyile in the on YouTube chat say that please take me back to the odds, Chelsea, bro. I'm not gonna take you there because that is not evolution. This world is changing every single day. I know what you mean. Old Chelsea, you used to win, you used to have Drogba, but listen, sometimes you have to destroy before building. So this period is very tough for us. We're not used to this period, but the light
used to winning.
But you can see where we're going, all right?
Yeah,
you can tell. Probably Graham Potter is the wrong person to take us to the destination. But
so that means the Chelsea job is too big for him, basically.
No, what I'm saying, let me finish. I'm saying, he's building now. He just came here for 4 months and 2 months.
Yeah, 4 months. Yeah,
2 months was for the World Cup. So if you take that away, you will see that the guy deserves at least until the end of the season, and let's see.
Give him time.
Let's see how the decision making he's gonna be. So I understand that everybody is nostalgic about the past, but the past is the past. It's not coming back anymore. So now we have to trust this project, not necessarily individual. Okay, so the project is good. Probably individuals need to change here and there along the way, but let's just keep going. You know, let not abandon this project because it's a good project for the future.
Yeah.
Okay, and Mr. Andrew from Arizona, American born in Arizona. Why? Hello, just stopping by before I head to my college class. Yeah, I told you to email me, you didn't do it. I told you to look for me on social media, you didn't do it. I don't know. You have to stay in touch. Okay, if you contact me, I'm gonna send you my number so it could be easier for
Mr.
us.
Rob,
Yes.
I missed the 2016-17 Chelsea.
Yeah, you are living in the past, my
days,
friends. It's done.
The days when we used to have Hazard, Costa, Willian, that front three was amazing. And Fabregas in midfield. Wow.
Yeah.
Those long passes.
I'm gonna miss Jorginho when he leaves because I'm not gonna see backwards, sideways, pointing fingers. FC.
The hop, skip, and the jump.
Yeah, hop and you're gonna miss that 5 years from now. Like, okay, take me back to Jorginho, please.
We need a Fabregas type midfielder.
Yeah, so Mr. Andrew, let me just answer to some questions here on YouTube. So if you're serious about what we always talk on the stream, you have to contact me in private, and it's easy to do it because you can just check on one of my videos and you will see my email, and you shoot me an email for like 1 minute or 30 seconds. It doesn't take long, but when you wait and you forget and then going. So, but I'm not forcing you anything because we were talking about some project with you, but there's no way we can do anything without being in contact. The only contact we have is live on YouTube, and then you disappear, I disappear. You know, it doesn't make sense. You have to be serious and start pushing, bro. Mr. Jerry said that the devil is calling Lukaku back to Chelsea. Chelsea fan again. What the devil? What do you mean by the devil? The devil is calling Lukaku back to Chelsea fans again. Listen, man, we have to keep it a little bit respectful. Lukaku is just a human being like you and me. He made his mistakes. In the football side, you can understand the why, because he is used to a certain system and you impose him to play in another system, or you bench him. Let me finish. I'm answering to a question here. So what I can say is he's just a human being. Just keep it respectful, you know. Calling him name is not gonna change anything. He didn't ask Chelsea to go for him. He didn't want to come to Chelsea. We forced him to come to Chelsea.
Works. I have to go. Bye.
Oh, you going? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No problem, my friend. See you next time, okay?
See you next time. Bye.
Peace, man. Peace, love, and peace to the family. Thank you. Bye. Okay. So, yeah. So, Mr. Andrew, if you don't see the email on this channel, and probably I haven't set up yet because it's a new channel. So every other video, every channel that you go, Green Turf, GFC, everywhere, you just see on the description there, every contact, everywhere that you can contact me. I'm a public person. You want to contact me now, I will get your message now and I'll answer. I'm not one of the people that don't answer to questions or whatever, or comment. I'm the people person. So if you still interested on what we talked about, you have to contact me, and I will send you my number, my cell phone number, so it can be easier for you to just stand and call me. All right, let's continue. So Mr. Jerry, I think Lukaku might be coming back. I don't know if he's going to like to come back, but at some point we're going to have to terminate the contract. 5 years, 300K a week. He never asked for that. Chelsea went for him, knowing that the way we play under Thomas Tuchel is not going to fit him. And we bought him just because we are Chelsea. If we waited and we gave Tammy Abraham a chance for 1 season, probably we were going to get somebody better on the market than Lukaku. So, all right, people. So don't forget that I'm here for you, and the link is always there for people to call us and let's have a conversation. So Joao Felix is a here we go. Okay, so more update from Joao Felix. Chelsea and Atleti are now exchanging and signing document for Felix. No buy option included, confirmed. Joao Felix is in London today. Yeah, with his family and agent to undergo medical test, then sign the contract. Here we go. Do you think he's the savior? Do you think this guy is Jesus who's going to save us from disaster? Or you think it's going to be another Lukaku, another Werner, another Kai Havertz? I'm not too sure about it. I'm going to just trust the process and support the boy no matter what. Even if he's struggling, I will be there supporting him because he plays for my team. So I think he needs a little bit of time to adapt to the Premier League. Not everybody is going to be a Diego Costa kind of player where you come the first season, you hit the ground running. But Diego Costa at least had a pre-season with Mourinho before he even kick a ball. This guy is coming, no training session, no pre-season, and coming to play in the new system with new players that you never knew before. So it's going to be interesting to see what is going to happen. Yeah, no problem, my brother. I know you were making a joke of Lukaku and what, but some people will just take it to the next level. Like he's our brother. He's a human being like you and me. They can make mistakes. I'm not happy about the interview that Mr. Lukaku gave. But beside that interview, I'm over it, you know. I take him as a human being, and I also understand why he was so mad, because he was told to play a certain way, and you come to the team where you have to play another way, and you're not even getting the ball. You're not doing your job. I understand the frustration, you know. But let's go. Mr. Andrew said here, do you think the defense is the main problem or the attack? No, none of them. The main problem at Chelsea is the midfield. No, I'm not gonna even hear. We still have Thiago Silva in the defense. We still have Koulibaly, okay? We still have Fofana. We still have Chalobah. We still have. Now, the defense is not connected to the attack. The defense, the midfield is not connecting the defense to the attack because it's empty. Like we start the game probably 10 against 11 already because, you know, one person in particular is not going to put any kind of effort, but apparently he's smart with his head and he's going to pass the ball quickly to the person close to him just to transfer the problem to that person. So when you don't offer anything defensively and offensively, you are killing the entire team. So, yeah, attack is that both. Yeah, you can also argue because when we create some chances, we don't take them. But big teams will always create more and more and more chances. You see? So for me, if I have to neglect every single area right now, say, you know what? We already have Badiashile, we already have... What are you going to go right now? Are you going for a goal scorer or a midfielder? I would tell you, bring me a midfielder, a creative midfielder all day long. All those excuses and theories are going to disappear when you have a proper midfielder. You know? Kovacic is just one-dimensional. He can also dribble, you know, beat the pressure, put some tackles. He is very good defensively too, Mr. Kovacic. But when it comes to the moment that we need him the most, you know, shoot, Kova, shoot. Like every single game, I'm like, bro, you are in a good position, shoot. No, he's going to look back and pass it to somebody else or try to put a pass, but 99% of the time, his passes are not going through because he's not doing anything in the final third. And then you have Jorginho, who is the master, who is the world class, who is Pele and Maradona, but never put a through ball, never topped the ball, never did anything, never break any kind of line, never even put a tackle, don't defend, no pace, no nothing. But all of a sudden, he's a golden player that needs to be protected because he's awesome. Without him, you can't win anything because it's Jorginho. So the narrative is going there. If you ask those same people to give you specifically what Jorginho is all about in the team and how that is helping the team, they're going to start telling, oh, look at Mount. Oh, look at Chalobah. They're going to try just to bring some other names in the conversation just to avoid like answering to the real question. Ask them, how many duel this guy wins? No. How many tackle? No. How many defensive work he did today? Nothing. How many through ball he passed today? Nothing. Progressive football? Nothing. Assist? Nothing. So what is his job? Oh no, you see, he recycled the ball and then he allowed people to come to him and then he recycle and then he control the tempo. We don't need to control the tempo. We need to score a goal. We need to score a goal. Okay, nobody need the recycling factory here. We need to score. We need to defend. We have to show some energy. We have to get on people. We have to scare people. I want everybody to be a dog, a fighting dog. They fight for the color. I don't need somebody who doesn't even sweat, who will just recycle the ball and control the tempo. Are you controlling the tempo and you're still 2-0 down? Why are you controlling the tempo for what? 2-0 down, 4-0 down, and you're controlling the tempo. What controlling the tempo is going to help us in this case? No, it's not going to help us pin the damn ball to the opposition box. Play direct football. Let's see what's going to happen. You know, I think... Guys, do you think that we are having any plan for buying a DM this January? Well, depending on what we try to get Enzo Fernandez, that is a good effort there. It didn't work. But if you're talking about DM, but we have Zakaria who can do the job. And sometimes Zakaria is on the bench and Jorginho is playing. So if you're DM, like people don't understand these initials, right? DM, what DM mean? Defensive midfielder, right? Defensive midfielder. And people will say, Jorginho is the best DM that we have. You forgot that in the DM, there is a word defensive. Defensive. You have to defend. How can somebody like Jorginho be considered as a defensive midfielder when he can't even run? He can't put a tackle. He can't defend. How that guy is supposed to be a defensive midfielder? And then they're going to switch again to, he's a regista. Well, give us the definition of regista. What regista supposed to do? They're going to say, oh, no, you want to blame him. It's not him. It's Mason Mount. Even when Mason Mount is not playing, they're going to bring him. Oh, so you're talking about Jorginho now. How about Loftus-Cheek? And I would tell you, Loftus-Cheek hasn't played for 4 months. Why are you bringing him in the debate of today? Because he's he only replaces people for 5-10 minutes here and there. Oh, what about Gallagher and what this Jorginho situation has to do with Gallagher? So this is a strategy from Jorginho cultists of bringing names and giving example of other people not doing their job instead of talking about the real problem, which is Jorginho Frello. Okay. Sagani said that no one forced Lukaku to sign for Chelsea. It was an agreement between him and Chelsea. You don't know what you're talking about. You give me money. You offer me 350k a week. At Inter, I was getting 100. You just triple my salary. And you I don't know. What are you talking about? Is this... How old are you, my brother? How old are you? What are you talking about? It's a contract here. Chelsea forced him until the last minute. He didn't want. He gave so many interviews. I don't even know what you mean by that. But you can force somebody by offering a lot of money and by seducing that person. That is football. So for you, I don't know. So why are you blaming him here? Like nobody forces him to play. What that even means? What that even means? You come to me, you offer me crazy amount of money, kind of forcing me to sign for you. It didn't work out. What is my fault? Are you trying to blame Lukaku for what? It doesn't make any sense. Midfield is much needed for sure, according to Mr. Andrew. All right. So people, this Joao is in London. Is anybody got like a picture of Mr. Joao somewhere? Please send to us so we can show people. I'm sure somebody got the picture somewhere. So for you, according to your logic, Lukaku should refuse to come to Chelsea, should refuse 300k a week. You look like a perfect guy online. If they offer you a lot of money from your job, they give you 3-4 times the money that you are getting, and you're going to stay there and you're going to say, no, I'm not leaving. Come on, man. Just be honest here, right? Just be honest. Let's go. All right, are we gonna... All right, this is a very good news for me. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is back in training with the group. Yeah, you might not like him, but the guy is very versatile and he always helps Chelsea Football Club when needed. He is the only player that can be everywhere. Centre back, wing back, full back, number 6, number 8, number 10, 11, 9, everywhere, winger. Every position, he's always there to help the team. He's a very important guy to have around. But I don't get the hate from people because of the narrative, you know. It's all about the narrative, his English and academy product. That's why we are so evil to them. But usually the guy is not blocking anybody. He's not blocking your 100 million player. He's there just to help the team every time you need him, you know. But perfect people online. It's really difficult to understand. So there is nothing here from absolute. Everybody is happy celebrating Mr. Joao Felix signing for Chelsea Football Club. Simon, what is going on in your world, brother? Okay, so Chelsea are trying to hijack this guy here. Well, this guy was invaluable last summer. We didn't sign him, so why we should go for him? Nunes from Wolves, right? Darwin, not Darwin. What's his first name again? So we are checking on him. Well, when he was back in Portugal, I think he was at Sporting Lisbon. We didn't buy him. Thomas Tuchel didn't want any kind of midfielder because he trusted Jorginho. And now we are struggling today. But of course, you have to blame Pora or you have to blame Mason Mount instead of blaming the problem, the recruitment. We had money to fix this issue, but we didn't fix it, and now we're just looking for a scapegoat. We're looking for somebody to blame about stuff at Chelsea. Okay, there is nothing new here in the Chelsea community. Just like... Okay, are you reporting something here, Mr. HQ? Juventus were considering the move for Joao Felix, even had discussion with Joao Felix or George Mendes. In the end, he stepped aside for Chelsea to complete the move. I think the reality here is Chelsea paid a lot of money. Let's be honest here. Let's not just cover it. Oh, he chose Chelsea. No. He was going to consider if other teams wanted him and paid the money demanded by Atleti. So he's coming because of a lot of money, but also he has a point to prove, okay? He need to prove people wrong that Atleti manager Simeone was the problem and not him. So he better perform in a good level because people are going to criticize him a lot. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is back in training. We already reported that. Another Bundesliga guy on the way, Mr. Rush. Why I call him Rashford? Because they are all Marcus, right? Thuram, not Rashford. So Chelsea still working on this gunman here from Germany, Thuram. And this is many sources, including like Sky, Italy, are reporting that Lukaku not looking good. Looks like he's coming back to Chelsea, and we're gonna have to find a solution to terminate his contract, pay him a lot of money so he can leave on free, or keep him in the team, give him a chance. That is questionable because fans don't love him. And I don't think Lukaku really has the courage to come and play for Chelsea again. So we're going to have to come to the conclusion at some point. If nobody want to buy him, we're going to have to terminate the contract and then let him go on free, kind of. But also Lukaku is a lucky man. 350k a week. If he says, you know what, I'm not leaving, I'm not going anywhere, you have to pay me my money, I'm going to sit here. You're not going to do anything. What are you going to do about it? Nothing legally. You can send him to the academy. You can send him wherever you want. He's going to get paid the money that you sign on the contract. So depending on Lukaku's ambition, if you want to like, terminate this in good terms with Chelsea, they can come together just like Arsenal and Ozil. Arsenal and many other players were like, okay, listen, man, let's find a solution here. You call your lawyers, we call our lawyers. Let's get together. Let's give you a package so you can leave. So everybody is a winner here. So at some point, Chelsea will have to take a big L to let certain players go, So Lukaku, so far, a lot of injuries. And the few times that he's been on the pitch, he's been awful for Inter. He can't even run anymore. He's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So let's wait and see what's gonna happen. We have to correct some of the mistakes that we made in the last few windows, and we have to let people go. Anyways, people, I'm still here probably for 30 more minutes or less than that, 25 minutes, depending on you guys, the energy that I'm getting from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, of course. This is a new channel, okay? This is a brand new channel we're trying to build, so your help is very, very important. Double check if you haven't subscribed yet. Do it. Do it, my friend. Do it. And don't forget that we have always the link for everybody to call. No exception, no money asked. So get into the poll and let me know who would you like to sign next. After Joao Felix, what position do you want to see Chelsea sign? So I put I threw some names there so you can just vote. Slowly and surely I am going to conclude this show because I need engagement from people to keep going. I know it's a new channel and I know you're not gonna get thousands and thousands of views, but the few people that are with me here need to help me. Some likes just to promote the channel. So and I'm trying to get 200 people subscribed to this channel. We almost there. We almost 180. So if we can push a little bit, I think at any, we can get to 200 at no time at all. So please double check if you haven't subscribed yet and let's do it. Okay. So, Lukaku, what do you think about Lukaku coming back to Chelsea Football Club? There's nothing you can do legally. Nothing, my friends. Nothing you can do about it. So, Yusuf Mukoko, the guy that we are trying also to sign, some report told us that he prefers to go to Barcelona on free next summer. And now we heard about Newcastle ready to pay him like 150k a week or something for a 19-year-old kid. Yeah, so much going on right now. We don't know if Yusufa Mukoko is gonna sign for Newcastle, Chelsea, or Barcelona. We don't know yet, but I like the guy though. I like the guy. I like his physicality. I like the way he plays, but if you don't want to come to Chelsea, I'm not going to kill myself. You know what I mean? Because we're going to always find somebody else. We are Chelsea, okay? We are Chelsea. So the Wonder Kid, if you don't want, it's just like a Hendrick. He decided to go to Real Madrid. Now we're going to find other solutions. It's not the end of the day, the end of the world. Okay, people, much appreciate your help and support in this channel. You guys are absolutely legend. Today I'm working from home, so I walked like 2 times already, like a few hours here and 2 hours here. When I finish here, I'm gonna go and walk more time to make it 9 hours of shift, and then we'll come back when this man here is holding the shirt, the blue shirt number 11. Here we go, official. It's gonna happen very soon. It's going to happen, my friend. Thank you for people who are subscribing. I think we got already 5 more new people subscribed. So much appreciate it, my friend. Keep subscribing. Keep going. Okay. Hopefully tomorrow we're gonna have more people subscribe, more than 200, and then we can go from there. It's not an easy task. So let's see some pictures or some comps here. Welcome to Chelsea. Welcome to Chelsea. Welcome to Chelsea is trending. Joao Felix, welcome to Chelsea. Genuinely baffled, but this is the deal. But the whole season has been baffling so many as well. Yeah, a few people are still skeptical on the deal, like me. I support the boy, but not gonna get carried away too much hypes, because that's what we do. We hype people and then we destroy them when they are not meeting our expectations. So listen, I'm gonna just limit my expectations. That's the word. I can't even speak right now. So expectations are gonna be limited, so I don't get so disappointed at the end if he doesn't perform. I'm gonna keep the good vibes. Good vibes need to continue with me here. You know what I mean? So Joao Felix to Chelsea Football Club, it's a matter of presentation, not a matter of if anymore. You know what I mean? Ooh. So this guy here put up a list of players that we bought under Todd Boehly, right? All list of players very welcome to Chelsea. The future is bright. Well, he put 21 years old Enzo Fernandez there, but he's not coming. So what the point? And Zakarian is still not signed yet. So we're going to take them away. So what we signed so far, 21 years old, French international, Benoit Badiachil, 18 years old from, I don't know, Vasco da Gama, Mr. Andres Santos, 20 years old, Datro Fofana from Ivory Coast and Mold, 18 years old, Slonina Gabriel Slonina, also known as Gaga, America, and also Chicago Fire. 19 years old, Mr. Hutchison, Omari Hutchison. He's from Arsenal, but he went to Arsenal, started at Chelsea, went to Arsenal, now he's back home. How about that? 19 years old, Mr. Casadei. Cesar Casadei, we bought him from Inter. Good kid, 19 years old. 22 years old, Mr. Wesley Fofana. Wesley Fofana, Leicester City. They really marked us off here, man. I think 75 million that we paid is a little too much. But hey, it is what it is. Thomas Tuchel wanted him. We got him. 19 years old, Chukwuemeka, Aston Villa, English international, now Chelsea. So the future is bright in terms of the age bracket here. You see that the future is going to be great. We don't have to buy big names because we're going to develop our own big names here. Great. Look at that. Great stuff. People, slowly and surely I'm going to the end of this show because I do the show for the people. And people, if you're not commenting, I got discouraged. So if you want to keep me here a little longer, you have to get into the conversation. You call us or you comment and send a question. So we can continue talking. Let's see. Got some allergy and some colds because it's cold here. So apologies about that. What else do we need here? Let me go and check on Chelsea Football Club if there is anything official from Chelsea. No, this is not what I'm looking for. Oh, so the kid are playing from King Meadow. Why are they putting some odd pictures here? Because you can tell they even put this picture of Buyamba, who left Chelsea Football Club. I don't know what's wrong with you people. Happy birthday, Mr. Money in the Bank. Champions League winner, Mason Mount. Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. You're getting old. You are 24. Now it's time to unleash the beast. Okay, people keep on paying tribute in front of our stadium at Stamford Bridge for the legend Vialli. Rest in peace, legend. Yeah, I don't want to even think about the last game against City where we got smashed 4-0. But it is what it is. We're looking for something, some news. Where is Ben Jacob? So let's go to Ben Jacobs if he got some breaking news for us. Oh, look at that. 18 years old, American goalkeeper Gabriel Slonina has been training with Chelsea first team. Oh, I thought you had more news about him. Are we gonna keep him in the first team or are we gonna loan him out? I don't know. I wanna keep him because Lukaku, Kepa, and Mendy been suspect. So why not try something different? All right. Okay, slowly and surely it's gonna be the end of this show, my people. Get in the comment section below and help us if you wanna me to continue a little bit. Okay. So Ben Jacobs. No, only Joao Felix, nothing else. Mudryk to Arsenal, Joao Felix to Chelsea. That is the only things that trending right now in the sport community, of course. All right. Go back to Mr. Here we go. No, only Joao Felix. Oh, look at this. This is Coventry City. St. Josh Wilson. No, we're not very interesting on that. So Memphis Depay, people, Atleti are working very hard to get him from Barcelona. Okay, Atletico are confident to convince Depay to join their club. Let's wait and see what's going to happen. Manchester United apparently wanted him too. Interesting. All right, my people, I am getting closer and closer to leaving. So if you have the last question or something, you can ask now. If it's not, and then I will have to leave and come back at some point, okay? Go back to work. When I take another break, live stream. That could be 10 live streams, right? 10 a day or something like that. Mr. Bright says success all the way for Mr. Oh man, I am all over the place. I am all over the place, my people, as you can tell. So I'm gonna have to leave if there is no comment. Francis Bright said that success all the way for Joao Felix. Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We don't want to see another flop here, okay? We need to keep him beyond this loan deal. But everything depends on himself, you know? You have to put a shift. You have to fight. You have to show energy. You have to score goals. That's what people want to see. Can we please get Arsene Zakarian? Yes, we can. It's almost impossible to transfer money to Russia at the moment. So it is what it is. Any more question? No? Why are we being called London Cowboy FC or Cowboy FC? That is just a joke. You know when Boli suggested the All-Star game in the Premier League to raise money for charities? Yeah. People made a story that, hey, you are changing too much. You want to change the English culture. And other people made a story about Chelsea, like Todd Bowley want to change the name of Chelsea to London Cowboys. It's not going to happen. It's just a banter. It's just a joke. Okay, people. So if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for, my friends? What are you waiting for? Subscribe, like, comment down below, and all the good stuff. So I'm going to leave because there's nobody that show any kind of interest of calling. So I don't want to be talking to myself for 3 hours. Prediction for Manchester City against Manchester United. When is gonna be the game? I forgot about it. But I think this time around, if they play, Ten Hag is gonna get something out of the game. It could be a draw or something. They're still at the beginning of their project at Arsenal. I'm just searching for some information here, but it looks like nothing is happening. So my people, I'm gonna say goodbye because I think you are tired and you don't have questions. I'll be back at some point. Bro, are you okay? I'm okay or what? What is your question, my bro? I'm waiting for questions from you. So if you don't answer questions, I'm gonna have to leave. Yeah, I'm okay, bro. I have to go back to work because I work from home today. When is the engine leaving? Jorginho Frelo is the engine you're talking about here, right? I don't know. The end of the season is going to be the end of his contract. So if we can get some money from him, right? I will let him go in January. So I don't know. He's leaving definitely next summer. Let me just hold this mic because I have just to go back and forth. So if we give him a new contract, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna lose it. Yeah, me too. I will be so mad. If we give Jorginho another contract, like 5 years contract, oh my goodness, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose faith in the project, the entire project. What the heck of a new project with Jorginho inside? You know? Mr. Kanyile, you ask me if I'm okay. What did you see in me to ask me if I'm okay? I don't know. But listen, people, I'm going to have to leave because I still have some work to do. I'll be back again if I have time. Probably tomorrow when that guy is holding the shirt, the beautiful number 11 shirt, holding like this. And then we can go live again. So on your way out, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below. All the good stuff. You know? I am going to leave very, very soon. Oh, you could be a great manager. I actually manage some kids. That's why people don't understand why I always like talk good about the kids, because I coach some kids here. Some kids. So I don't really like to put people down, like telling those kids, oh, you're not gonna make it, you know, you are not good enough for Chelsea, get out my club. You know, I feel like it's not right to put anybody down, and not right to say you're not gonna make it because you are not God, you know. You are not God. You never know somebody's future, so and that's why I love to give those youngsters a chance in the first team. But people don't understand that because everybody needs to be perfect. You have to be 25 years old already, no process, no growing, no nothing. Just be perfect. All right, my people. I'm going to have to leave. Mr. Comedy was in the house and Mr. Kanyil was in the house. You're not answering to my questions. So, Francis Bright said that if Felix did well, do we have the chance to of keeping him? Yeah, probably. If he does good, well, we don't have any like buy option, but we can negotiate a deal with Atleti, and if Felix is happy at Chelsea, he can say, you know what, I am staying here. Legally, he can't say that because you have to go to your parent club, but I'm sure that we can keep him. Give me a chance. What's a chance? What chance I give you? I don't know. Well, what chance I'll have to give you? I don't know. You were asking me if I was okay or something that you saw. I don't know what you mean. Maybe I was speaking like slowly or nodding because I have to be close to the microphone somehow. Just wanted to know how is your flu? Oh, the flu is it's not a big deal. It's everybody got the flu here. It's winter. It's snowing. Everybody coughing. Everybody got some kind of allergy. But I'm cool. I'm cool. All you need is some lemon, some hot lemon, you know. And you put some ginger on it, and you put some honey inside, and then you drink that for a couple of days. You find your voice is coming back normally. The flu is gone. You don't need to go to the doctor or anything. All right, I have to go now. I'll see you guys next time. God bless.